Hey guys! Welcome to Mama's Voice. In this program, we will meet priests from around the globe. We will discuss interesting features of their lives, from their humble beginnings, their calling, the churches, and more.
Hey guys! In this episode, we are with Reverend Father Emiliano Dizon Jr. of San Agustin Parish, Lubao, Pampanga. Let us get to know more about him up close and personal.
I am Reverend Father Emiliano M. Dizon Jr. Born in Mabalacat, Pampanga, November 10, 1952. I am now 67 years old. I finished my elementary at Mabalacat Elementary School. After my graduation in elementary, I entered the seminary, Mother of Good Counsel Seminary. It was then named Mater Boni Concilii Seminary. I finished my in Mother Boni, the minor seminary, called the minor seminary. It is a 5 years minor seminary, from first year to fourth year high school, and then first year college, AB. It is the curriculum at Mater Boni Concilii Seminary is related to, or what they call this, connected to the major seminaries. And because of the major seminaries like San Carlos, UST, San Jose Seminary, our philosophy is 3 years. Our first year, the 5th year in minor seminary is considered as the first year already in college. So we have only 3 years in the major seminary for the philosophy department. So I finished my philosophy in the year 1975. And then after the philosophy, I took up the theology in San Carlos also. That's 4 years theology, from 1975 to 1979. And then on December 18, 1978, I was ordained to the Sacred Orders of Deacons. And then the following year, May 31, 1979, I was ordained to the Sacred Orders of Presbyter. I don't know how you will consider it. Actually, I am the third in the family to enter the seminary. And my brother, the latest, who entered the seminary, was not able to make it because of a health problem. So I still remember I was then in grade 3, and my mother was crying because my brother was not accepted anymore in the seminary. And then I told her, and in the presence of our parish priest then, Monsignor Francisco V. Cancio, the late Monsignor Francisco V. Cancio, I told my mother, just to appease her, I said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be the one to continue I will enter the seminary. I will try to finish the priesthood." At that age, I was still, you would say, I was innocent. I do not really understand what priesthood means. I just want to appease my mother. So after grade 6, I forgot everything about it already. But then my parish priest did not forget it. So after my elementary school, he said, you promised your mother that you will enter the seminary. I was surprised because he remembered it. I do not have the intention anymore of entering the seminary. But perhaps it's out of shame or napasubo. No? So I entered the seminary. No? And on my first year, I still remember a week after the opening of class, I had already troubled with one of the seminarians. I thought I would be kicked out. No? But then I was able to overcome that until I finished my fourth year and minor seminary. And then I entered, actually, after my minor seminary at Mater Boni, I had the regency. Actually, it was the first regency. It was not intended to be because for whatever reason, I was not able to enter I was supposed to enter the, what do you call this, San Jose Seminary. All the while, I knew I was already accepted because I received already message from them, no? But then, at the very day of our graduation, at the minor seminary, at the very day of our graduation, our rector then, our bishop, former bishop, Aniceto, he handed me a telegram. Simply, it was written, sorry, we could not accept you. For whatever reason, there is no, something like that. No? I was very mad. I was very mad. It was very untimely because I did not know, because all the while they said I was already accepted. I was already preparing for entering the major seminary in San Jose. And then what happened then was I was so angry and I forgot everything about entering the seminary. I do not have the intention anymore of continuing my studies, my seminary studies. But then after, so I was forced to take some subjects at the public central colleges in Angeles City. For 1 year, I was prepared to take law, supposed to be, after that year, because I got late already in the enrollment. So I was supposed to take law. It was the dream of my father. That's why when I left the seminary, only my father was happy about it. All the rest of the family were grieving about that.
When we return, we are going to know a lot more about Father Emiliano Dizon Jr. of San Agustin Parish, Lubao, Pampanga. All this and more on Mama's Boys, Mama Mary's Boys. You are still tuned in to Mama's Boys, Mama Mary's Boys. Please like and share our social media accounts to know more about our Mama's Boys. Back to our interview with Father Emil.
So, I was about to enroll already. It was time for enrollment. But then I received a letter from Bishop Aniceto. He recommended me at the San Carlos Seminary. I was not prepared, I didn't even, I thought about it. Then I prayed over it. So, out of gratitude, because Bishop Aniceto was our friend, family friend. So out of gratitude, perhaps, so I, what do you call this? I was interviewed at San Carlos Seminary without any preparation. As I remember, I was asking I think we were four Pampangueños who underwent the interview. If I remember, the former, it's still a bishop naman, Bishop Crisostomo Yalong, and Kid Pandillo, and Padre Larry Sarmiento, together with me. So four of us. And we were all accepted. After the interview, I was asking them about their answers. And I knew from that time, I think I will not be accepted because all my answers are different from their answers, no? Because they were prepared. They were prepared because they knew they would be entering the seminary. And then, so, ganun lang. I thought that will not be accepted. But then a month before the final enrollment at Ateneo, I received the result of my interview. I was accepted. So I was confused. I don't know what to do, no? You know, I walked my way to the church, more or less, 10 minutes walk from our place to the church, no? I just went there and I don't know what to say even to God. And then, perhaps I was so confused. I didn't know that it took me 3 hours already in the church without saying anything, just being seated until I felt I got hungry already. Because it's already I think it was already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I went home and I decided to enter the seminary, San Carlos Seminary. After 2 weeks, I got in trouble again. I thought I will be kicked out, no? Because I was not really interested. I was not serious about it, no? But then I don't know. Times goes on until finally I just got aware that I was already finishing my philosophy. So I graduated in the philosophy department, and then I enrolled again for my theology, and then I passed the interview. So ganun lang, sunod-sunod, para bang just going around, going along the flow of my life, no? Without really thinking about it, what priesthood is all about, something like that. Ganun lang, just like that, until I was about to be ordained deacon. Then I realized this is no longer a joke. It is a make or break for me. So I decided actually, before my ordination to the diaconate, I talked to my rector, our former bishop, Oscar Cruz. I said, Bishop, I said, I'm planning to take the rest, I mean regency, before being ordained. I was planning, I don't know, actually, I'm not very sure, no? Because we had a financial problem during that time. So I decided to talk to my bishop so that I will not be ordained. I will not be ordained to the diaconate because I'm not very sure of myself, of my decision. Then he said, okay, you take a break, you take a rest, you are excused in attending your class. Just do whatever you want, but then I'll give you 1 week to think about it before you make a final decision. So I thought about it for a week, but I was entering classes now. And then after 1 week, he talked to me, and then he said, "Oh, okay, how are you?" Then I said, "Oh, Bishop, I'm still confused. I don't know what I will decide." And then this is something I learned from him. He said, in your moments of thinking about your problem, no? When you feel like trouble because of the problem, telling me, what is your decision? I said, well, I want to take regency. My plan is to work, to help my family. Okay, sabi niya. And then he said, what about when you are at peace? When you are at peace, what is your decision? And then I said, when I am at peace with myself, I think I want to continue. Then he said this, it's a word of wisdom. You know, he said, when you are in trouble, when you are in troubled mind, it is the devil talking to you. But when you are at peace with yourself, it is the Lord talking to you. Now it's up to you to make a decision. So what will I do? What will I do? And then He gave me another 2 days, and after 2 days, I said, I will continue. I will accept my ordination. Then I was ordained as deacon. And then, usually, after the diaconal ordination, it will take another 6 months for the ordination. So, I was ordained December, and so May 31, I was ordained to the Sacred Orders of Presbyters. I was assigned at Balibago, Immaculate Conception, as deacon, for starting December. So every weekends I go to the Immaculate Conception parish. We can then celebrate baptism and serving the mass. So I started preaching already during those days, during those period before ordination. If I'm not mistaken, I was ordained May 31st. And one thing I could not forget. After my ordination, it was May 31, 1979. It was Thursday. So the next day, Friday, first Friday. So I have to hear my first confession. My very first penitent is a case of abortion. It was abortion is a special case. Although we were already given, I was given the faculty to hear confessions, even to these restricted cases of abortion. But I got mental blackout, so I told my penitent, please return to me tomorrow. I have to make a review, something like that, just to make sure that I will not make a mistake.
When we return, we are going to know a lot more about Father Emil. So stay tuned. All this and more on Mama's Boys, Mama Mary's Boys. Welcome back on Mama's Boys, Mama Mary's Boys. Don't forget to like and share our social media accounts to know more about our Mama's Boys. Back to our interview with Father Emil.
Do you have any other hobbies po?
Hobbies?
Opo.
My passion is hunting. Hunting birds, not hunting men. Hunting birds. I enjoyed it very much. And I found this hunting really relieving of stress. Kasi when you are hunting, when you are already in a hunting ground, there are only three things very important to you. And you are conscious of it. Yourself, your gun, and your prey. Yun kasi, nandun lang. You're very, para bang kinalimutan mo ng mundo. You forget everything. You set aside everything, every concern. You set aside every concern. That's why every time I go hunting, it's a passion to me. I look the day when I will be able to hunt something like that. It makes me, what do you call this? It makes me alive when I am. Actually, it's not also for the sake of hunting that I enjoy mountains or what. It's because I enjoy nature. Something like that. So, sometimes I go to hunting grounds. Sometimes I do not even get not a single bird. But I enjoy already the place. Kapag nasa field, when I am in a field, in an open field, I feel so relaxed already. When I was in Porac, there's a certain place there which covered with trees, yung mga trees, maraming dahon, and it is so refreshing. And then down there are big stones, and then there is something like flowing water. I stayed there for hours and hours, simply sitting there, pretending to be waiting for a bird to come. Pag dumating ka, malas mo. Pag hindi ko dumating, swerte ko pa rin. Because I enjoy the place. Something like that. Sometimes I make my families sa lugar na mga ganon. It's very refreshing to me.
When did you start this hobby of yours?
When I was still young. Bata pa ako, but I was not given the what do you call this? The chance to buy gun. Nagsimula ako sa slingshot lang. And then later on, when I was in San Isidro Bacolod, kasi it's a remote place door, maraming mga open fields, no? Hunting place, good hunting place. No? It was then that I bought my first rifle. It's an airgun rifle. It's an airgun rifle. It was there that I first bought my first gun. By the way, when I was at the parish of St. Catherine Arayat, I already had somehow a concern of these churches, no? Because the first thing that I usually do is to check the parishes, no, the church itself for any termite problem. Because at Balite, I had that great problem in Balite, the worst problem. All my what do you call this? All my memorabilia were destroyed by these termites. So from that day on, every parish that I was assigned, the first thing that I do is to inspect the churches of termites. No? So when I was assigned at Arayat, there was indeed a problem of termites, and people were not aware of it. And it was already worse during that time. People were not even, they did not even mind me. They ignored my concern. But then I said, please, kindly check the building, no, of termite problem. And yun na nga ang nangyari. There was already a problem. So when they tried to inspect it, no, yung ceiling the ceiling of the church has already been invaded by termites, no. So they were so grateful to me. Otherwise, there's a possibility also that the church could collapse during that time. So when I was assigned at Betis, no, St. James Parish, again, the first thing that I did was to check for any termite problem. But I said, please, just check. Someone just check it. It may not be, just to be sure. So, again, they ignored me. But then, by accidentally, we had a platform at the back of the sacristy. An old woman, Mantelo, we call Mantelo, was in charge of the, the vestments, no? He accidentally stepped on that platform, and then he almost bumagsak. Something wrong. So he told me, Father, something wrong, sabi niya, sa platform. So I checked the platform. So I asked, because it was a heavy platform, I told my companions to lift it up. When they lift it up, oh my God, there were so many termites already. So it was already eaten under the what do you call this, the platform. No? So immediately I asked them to check the retablo. When they take the retablo, there was an image of Saint Joseph, which was on top of the retablo. No? When they held it, nag-collapse. Wala na pa ng laman. Nag-collapse. No? So I asked the people to check the ceiling. You know, there were 16 beams who were already empty, hollowed because of the termites. And the engineer said, Father, anytime your roof will collapse.
Father Emil's experiences helped him a lot to become what he is today. We would like to thank Father Emil and San Agustin Parish, Lubao, for this interview.
There you have it, guys. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Mama's Boys. Hope to see you in our future episode. This has been your host, Karen Dane. Jama Tarayshanen!